I'm a dietetics student and studying nutrition, and what we're learning in nutrition class basically is the way to, solve all these health problems, or even as simple as weight loss, is to cut calories. So my first question to you
Mhm.
is a calorie a calorie? If we're having an 800 calorie meal worth of bananas versus perhaps steak or cheeseburgers or whatnot, are they the same? Can we really compare the two?
Not only, oh, of course, a calorie is not a calorie. In terms of weight loss,
Right.
first of all, that is kind of the standard recommendation, right? You go on a
Hmm.
calorie-cutting diet. Portion control, you eat the same crap, but just less crap, and then you lose weight. But, so in the short term, that works, right? In the
Right.
short term, there's all sorts of ways you can get people to lose weight. Tuberculosis, a cocaine habit, AIDS, chemotherapy, lots of
Right.
ways to lose weight. There's healthy ways, unhealthy ways, then there are sustainable ways,
Right.
and unsustainable ways. In the short term, you can lock someone in a closet, they'll lose weight, they, get their calorie, deprived. But for the long term, for the long haul, sustainability, diets by definition don't work because they're time limited. You can
Right.
fit into your bikini or whatever, but then as long as you go back to your quote unquote regular
Yep.
diet, so unless your regular diet is a healthy diet, right, is a
Right.
diet that promotes weight control and health, then it's just not going to work for long term. And for long term, that's really what we care about, certainly in the medical profession. And portion control just doesn't work. We have this incredible evolutionary drive. That's like, why abstinence programs don't work to prevent teen pregnancy.
Yeah.
Because we have this incredible biological drive to eat, to
Yep.
drink, to, do all the other
Right.
things that perpetuate our species. And, it's just, so it works short term, right?
Yeah.
But the long-term one really needs to figure a way to eat fewer calories but not feel hungry, not feel restricted. And how you do that is by eating calorie-dilute foods, meaning for the same volume,
Hmm.
for the same weight, for the same stomach capacity,
Right.
you get more nutrition and fewer calories. And how do you do that? Well, whole plant foods are the way to do it. They have fiber, it has 0 calories, so all of a sudden you have this bulk, you got no calories at all. Plant foods tend to have a lot of water in them.
Hmm.
Again, calorie-free, but actually bulks up.
Right.
When you dry a banana, it shrivels into this teeny little, that's because 90% of the banana was water.
Yeah.
But to your stomach, you get filled up, regardless of what's in there. And so you just got fewer calories. Now, if you had instead tried to fill up your, 1 liter approximately, about one quart stomach volume.
Hmm.
You fill that up with, oil. You'd get thousands of calories. You
Yeah.
fill that up with cheeseburgers. You fill that up with processed junk food. You could get, half your 1,000 calories and not even feel full. Like one meal, not even, So that's why eating kind of a diet centered around whole plant foods is great not only for long-term health because you're just packing in
Right.
the nutrients, but good for weight control, kind of as a nice side benefit because there's just not a lot of calories. These are not calorically dense foods.
Yeah.
In fact, one thing you do find when people switch over, some people feel kind of a loss of energy when switching over to a healthy plant-based diet, and I say, well, okay, what are you eating? And they're used to eating the same volume of food. Like they look down at their plate and
Yeah.
like this is what food is. This is what lunch is. This
Right.
much food, right? They visualize it. But then you do a little calorie count. It's like, oh my God, you're not eating anything. You're on literally
Yeah.
a starvation diet.
Yeah.
And people have to know you have to eat more, right? You may have to eat more
Absolutely.
frequently if you feel full. So eating a plant-based diet is eating lots more food. If you don't like food, it's a bad diet.
Yeah.
Because you really have to keep up, or you have to eat really calorically dense foods like, trail mix and smoothies and really
Right.
ways to pack in calories. Because otherwise you have to eat a lot. And so then so they're literally like calorie deficient, energy deficient. So no wonder
Yeah.
they don't have the energy. So I say eat more, and then of course they feel fantastic. But that's a critical thing in making that transition. If you go from a crappy diet to a really healthy diet, you
Right.
need to eat more food.